What's up? What's up? What's up, you guys? Listen, I know I've been MIA today, child. I've been I slept in, first of all. I'm going to just tell y'all the truth. I slept in, and then I've been trying to, y'all know grades were due, even though they extended the date. I wanted to get my grades done. And then I've been arguing with parents all day, child. Let me tell y'all something. Oh, I don't have no lips on. Let me put a little lip on, a little color. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all are one of these parents that are out here fighting these teachers about your child's grades at the end of the quarter, you are the problem. And I'm not talking about, teachers make mistakes too. We are not perfect, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, your child ain't been in class. Your child ain't turned in no work. Now all of a sudden, they're trying to turn in 50 assignments. And now you want to know why I didn't get him a passing grade in my class. I literally just had a parent email me and say, I know, I need to get to the review. But I literally just had a parent email me and say, well, I don't understand. Are you grading attendance or are you grading the work? I really had to take a pause because I was like, are they serious? Anyway, let's get into this. Married to Medicine. Sorry about that, y'all. For the people coming in, like, it take you too long. Just get to the stuff. I'm sorry. I'm a little ADHD. I'll be a little off sometimes. But we here. Hey, everybody coming in. Hello. For those of you that were off today, I hope you enjoyed your day off. If you had to go to work today, I hope you were safe. My sister had to go to work today. She took off yesterday, but she had to go to work today. And she said the main roads in our area are good. It's the side roads and the sidewalks that are a problem. But anyway, moving right along. We are episode, season 12, episode 8. So the ladies are on their way on their girls' trip. And I'm going to be honest with you, y'all. I'm just going to be honest. This episode wasn't a lot going on in the episode. The first 15 minutes are the girls packing, or the ladies, I should say the ladies packing, and they're talking to their significant others about how they feel about what went down at Angel's party. And I mean, we right back. I mean, it's pretty much what we said last week. Angel is irritated with Toya because she felt like Toya, was out of pocket. Simone and Heavenly are irritated with each other. Simone said, listen, I didn't look up nobody's nothing. She said, I said it. And I said it as a joke. When me and Quad were getting into it, well, not as a joke, because I think when she said it, she meant it. Because her and Quad were arguing. And she was like, while we were arguing, I said, she better be quiet before I look up that VIN number and find out whose car whose name that car is really in. Something to that effect, right? Now, at the end of the day, number one, she said she was just playing. She didn't mean it, and she never really was going to do it. But number two, even if she did, and I understand that some of y'all said, y'all, I did not. Can y'all tell I didn't put no comb in my hair today? I just took my bonnet off and been walking around the house all day. I know some of y'all told me that, Toya was upset. I mean, that Simone was upset when Lisa did it to Quad. I understand that. I'm not saying that it's hypocritical of her that she was upset when somebody else did it to her friend, but for her to do it to Quad, it was cool. I'm not saying that's hypocritical. I'm just saying, for me, I don't see what the big deal is. I feel like they all look each other up. They all Google each other. Now, whether they choose to say it publicly or just talk shit amongst themselves, I feel like they all did it. Y'all all did it to Toya. Y'all, and I said this last week and I'm going to say it again. Baby, y'all tore Toya ass up about that house. Okay? Y'all have done it to Toya. So if Simone did it, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's not that deep. So Quad gets upset and Quad gets mad about it. But again, to be clear, Quad and Simone just can't seem to get along. So I don't think it matters. I think it matters that it was Simone. It doesn't necessarily matter that it happened. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think that when it comes to Simone and Quad, it's just. So then Heavenly, I hate how Heavenly gets that baby voice when she's talking to her husband. I just don't like it. It's something about that. Daddy, I don't know why you think I should go on this girl's trip, Daddy. Daddy, I don't know about this one, Daddy. Oh, that thing. It's something about that just. I don't like it. But anyway, she's talking to her husband about whether she should go on a trip or not, and he's telling her that he feels like, you know, that this argument was different, and he don't know about that, and he don't know if she should go. I don't know. Cameron said, I talk sweet to my husband too. To me, that's not talking sweet. To me, that's, I don't know. I know, like, I get it what you're saying about talking a little sweet or whatever, but I don't know. But anyway, you hate when he calls her buddy. The buddy doesn't bother me as much as the daddy does. But again, it is what it is. It's their relationship. I'm not judging it. It just makes me just does something. Baby girl said that's because Toya brags about her homes and throws it in people's faces to try and make them feel lower than she is. She's jealous, she's insecure, and she's no better than Heavenly. Ooh. Well, all right, baby girl, tell them how you really feel. This is what I'm going to say. When it comes to this argument for Heavenly and her husband to act like this argument was so horrible, and this was like, there was like a line in the sand, and like this crossed some imaginary line. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Like, literally at the reunion last year, y'all literally had to pull Simone and Quad away from each other. I'm not understanding what yours, because they showed, you know, they rolled the beautiful being footage and they showed us what actually happened between Simone and Heavenly. And Heavenly, girl, you exaggerated. She ain't do all you said she did. You tried to take a picture with her. She was like, I'm not trying to take no picture with you because I ain't gonna be fake. You made it seem like she yanked your arm and I'm not taking no picture with you, fake as fuck. That is not how that went down. They showed us the beautiful being footage. You put in 20 on 10, Heavenly, and again, they say that the argument was worse than what we saw. That's fine. But I'm just saying, based on what we saw, we have seen worse on Married to Medicine. Hell, in the first season, somebody ended up in the pool damn near. I mean, I'm just saying, last season with Contessa straight up tried to fight your ass. Like, she was dead ass. And she's a trained killer. Well, I ain't gonna say trained killer, but she's trained in combat. And Dr. Contessa straight up was about to whoop, I mean, to the point where Child Jackie became collateral damage, literally. So I'm not, and I understand, Cameron, that they said it was worse than that, but if they can't show me footage, then I don't want to talk about it. I know sometimes I'll be talking about production, but this is one of those cases where I need the uncut version in, because based on that clip they showed us, it wasn't that deep. Not when we're going to talk about the best, the top 10 arguments of Married to Medicine. Hell, I don't even think that cracks the top 10. I don't even think that cracks the top 10. Like I said, we had Quad Simone damn near climbing over couches at the reunion last year. We had Dr. Jackie ended up on the ground when Contessa tried to come for Heavenly. Like, I'm just saying. I just don't think this cracked the top 10. Now, could the argument have been worse than what we saw? Yes. But do I still think that Heavenly is putting 20 on 10? Absolutely. Heavenly, I still think you putting 20 on 10. Remember, Heavenly is a friend of this season. And she's a friend of for a reason. Now, she says it's because Bravo won't let you run for office and be full-time on the show. I don't know about that part. But there's a reason why she's part-time, why she's a friend of this season. And that gives her leeway to do stuff like show up to the cast trip when she feels like it. You know what I mean? Not show up to the first group event. Like, you know. Not hellishly lies like no other. So the ladies all get together. Now when they get to the airport, everybody's laughing and joking, and it's, you know, Quad and Simone are laughing, and you know, they're like, shoot, you know, we like Vacation Simone. Vacation Simone is chill. You know, what up, Busy? I don't know what we talking about. I just want to be a menace. What they call you in the comments, Busy? What they call you in the comments, Busy? Ooh, Lord have mercy. I don't remember what they called you. The antagonist. That man on Southern Comfort ran for office and was full-time. That's what I heard. Somebody told me that. And I was like, so I don't think that's what the reason is. I think there were other reasons why Heavenly was demoted. we can speculate, but I just think there were other reasons why she was demoted, and I don't think that was it. Anyway, so it was in the comments. It was public information. Anyway, so the ladies, like I said, they meet up at the airport, and everybody's there except for Heavenly. Heavenly is MIA. She hasn't responded to any of the contestants' phone calls. Nobody knows what she got going on. Now, I understand they were going to Miramar Beach, which is probably a hop, skip, and a jump from Atlanta. So before people start talking about how they were sitting in coach, I don't think it's a big deal that they were sitting in coach, because they literally were probably only on that flight for about 45 minutes. Like, it's not that deep. Anyway. And it was probably one of them small little flights anyway, one of them little, short flights anyway, It's 15 minutes. Oh, so yeah, it's even shorter distance. Yeah, a 15-minute. Yeah, I mean, those short flights, child. So before anybody say anything, that wasn't it. Child, it don't even matter. That flight didn't last long enough for anybody to give a damn, right? So they get to the house. The house is beautiful. The house is beautiful. Y'all know how I feel about them fighting over these rooms. Now, I can appreciate that contestant said, listen, since it's my trip, I'm going to take the primary suite. That's it. That's all. Ain't no arguments, okay? Did y'all see Jackie's face when she said that? Baby, did y'all see Jackie's face when she said, I'm going to take the primary suite because it's my trip? Because, see, Jackie used to get in that suite because she's the oldest. She's the elder. I thought that was funny how they gave them that. So, I also was cool with the new kids on the block getting the worst room. It's a hierarchy here, people. And I don't mean any harm, but it is what it is. Y'all know we've had this conversation before when y'all rent them Airbnbs. If you want an Airbnb that's going to house 10 people or a certain amount of people, one of them rooms is going to be funky. I don't care. I don't care how you slice it. One of them rooms is going to be funky. One of them rooms is going to have a bunk bed, a twin bed. They gonna find a way to get as many beds in them houses as possible so they can get as much money as possible. So when I was looking for, I was looking for a house for 10 people. Like, I had to up it up to, I was on the Lux level. They have a Lux level on Airbnb. I think it's called Lux, or VRBO is called something else. But it's basically their luxury level. Because if you want to house that many people, but you don't want people to have to sleep in a bunk bed or something, you're going to have to, because I think in the house we got, one room had double beds in it, and the rest of the rooms were single beds. It was the primary where I was, and then there was 1, 2, 3 rooms that had queen size beds, and then there was another room that had 2 full size beds. It was what it was, but we got in there and everybody had a good time. You know what I mean? It was what it was. So, then they pulled straws for the rest of the rooms. I mean, I guess. I mean, we've seen them do worse. Pull straws. I did like how she did it. So, like, the 2 longest straws had 15. They were able to go in the house first to try to find their room first, and then she let everybody else in. It was cute. Whatever. So the ladies come in, and then Angel and Brandy are sharing a room. And Angel starts talking about, so do you have good energy? Because I need good energy when I go to sleep. I mean, do you have good energy? I mean, do you have energy? I mean, is there energy? What is your energy? And then she was being shady, and Brandy caught the shade, and Brandy was like, look, little girl, you asked me about good energy. I told you I had good energy. Now, we're not going to keep doing this back and forth, up and down, in and out situation. We're going to have to share this room. We're going to have to make the best of it, because ain't neither one of us going nowhere, okay? Angel talking about how far is the closest Ritz-Carlton. Girl, if you understand the Ritz-Carlton, go to hell home. You know what it is. You've been on a reality show before. You know what the situation is going to be. You know you new kid on the block. It ain't that deep. The house was gorgeous. Calm down. Look, I thought the two new girls were friends. They don't know each other. I mean, I think they're getting to know each other, but they don't know each other. Angel came in as Quad's friend, and Brandy came in. I think it's Toya's. Toya knows her. I think she's coming in through Toya. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you get a mansion, yeah, of course, you get one of those mansion. Now, I went on to the Lux level, but I ain't go that high up on the Lux level. I still wanted to make it affordable. But the great thing about an Airbnb is you can get a decent Airbnb if you have 4 or 5 people going, because by the time you split up that price, it's less than a hotel room. Like if you're staying at an Airbnb for 3 nights, and let's say it ends up being $300 a person for those 3 nights, and it's 6 people. So now you pay, now you're able to get an Airbnb that's $1,800 to between $18 to $2,000 up, for your entire stay. That's going to be a nice house. That's going to be a nice situation. So, and what decent hotel are you going to for 3 nights where you only going to spend $300? So the reality is, if you Airbnb, I know some people don't. I like Airbnbs. I like doing Airbnbs. And then you can kind of have fun, like community. You don't have to worry about knocking on people's rooms and worried about keeping the sound down and the voice down. You can play some games, play some cards. You can just talk and chill. I like Airbnbs. But anyway, neither here nor there. Oh, Chuck. I mean, Cajun, you're gonna be presenting me with my room with my award. Oh, thank you. Don't forget to vote. Have y'all voted today? Have y'all voted today? What site do you use for Airbnb besides VRBO? I mean, I use Airbnb or VRBO. I try to go to VRBO first, but they generally it's the same houses listed on both sites. Like if I had a house, I would list on both sites. Most of the time, it's the same houses. Yeah, most of the time it's the same houses. So the ladies, like I said, they do all of that or whatever. So they are eating dinner. They had Contessa. Now, compared to what we've been dealing with on Potomac, Contessa, you did that. Okay. The house is beautiful. Even the way you did the rooms, it was cute. I wasn't too mad about it. It wasn't ridiculous. You did real cute about the rooms. Then you had the hibachi chef come in. The ladies had a nice dinner. And they sat by the pool, and you even had a game to play that was organized. It wasn't some old bullshit you made up. It was like the little card games, and it was cute. I thought it was a nice evening. And the ladies were talking about, they were talking about sex. I choose not to go deep into all of the things. Brandy talked about an incident she had with some throat numbing spray, and they talked about the best positions to make babies for Quad, and they did the things. Oh, hold on a second, y'all. Hold on a second. But of course, before the game was over, they had to talk about Heavenly and Simone. And basically, Simone is like, I'm good on Heavenly. I don't have to be friends with her. I don't have to be cool with her. I am good on Heavenly. It is what it is, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Y'all know how this show goes. Her and Heavenly are gonna be cool. They ain't gonna be, I don't know if they're gonna be friends or whatever, but they're gonna be cool, That was pretty much all that happened, I think. Okay. So the next day, the ladies split up. Jackie, Quad, Angel. I forgot who the 4th person was because it was 4. Oh, and Toya. They went to lunch. They had these little like doom buggy kind of things, and they went to lunch. The rest of the ladies went to go play with the dolphins. I'm gonna be honest, I did not realize that playing with the dolphins was a thing. Like, I've done it before. I didn't realize that, one, it was something that a lot of women had not done, and two, I didn't realize it was a big deal to do it. Y'all said y'all think Simone is done. She said she was tired again. I think she's done with the back and forth. But again, I told y'all how I feel about Simone. Simone needs to leave the show. I mean, that's just my opinion. Simone needs to leave the show. So, I think when her medical license could be impacted, she drew the line. I guess. I don't know how her medical license could be impacted on this, but she did mention that. So maybe there's something we don't know. But she wasn't concerned about her medical license being impacted with telling Buffy's medical information to Dr. Jackie. She wasn't concerned then. Because let's be clear, Simone was Buffy's doctor. How did Jackie know about Buffy's miscarriages? Now I believe that from Buffy. I believe that about Buffy. And I know a lot of people don't like Buffy's delivery, but what y'all can't say is nothing that Buffy has ever said has come back to find out to be not true. Including a lot of things about Jackie. When Jackie did it, everybody was still, oh, Jackie don't mean no harm. She was just talking about her book. Jackie didn't mean nothing. Fast forward 5 years, and then we done seen some other things from Dr. Jackie, and a lot of people feel like, Now, I know because of Buffy's delivery, people don't want to give Buffy credit. But a whole lot of people are side-eyeing now Dr. Jackie. You know, but anyway, moving right along. Yeah, I mean, I've done it before. When I say I didn't know it was a big deal, I'm not saying a big deal from the point of view of it's not a big deal to do. I don't know. I just figured most people had done it. I don't know. Anyway. Buffy won her case against Contessa. She knows her stuff, respect due. Yeah, she did. Not really be as Dr. Jackie. Time Cajun. Oh, he a mod. Shit. I was going to say, time him out for 10 seconds, but child, he a mod over here. Raven, you have my permission to time Cajun out on the other channel when we go over there for 10 seconds. Don't do it for longer than 10 seconds. But you have my permission, Raven, to time out Cajun on the other, because you have a mod stick on the other channel and he doesn't. So you have my permission. Okay, moving right along. Yeah, because the ladies were acting like they were scared. I've never thought to be scared of a dolphin. Now, let's be clear. I know dolphins can kill. But it just never really occurred to me. It just never really occurred to me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the ladies looked like you had a good time, though, because it was Contessa. She said that she loves the dolphins. They're like her happy place. So she took the ladies. It was her, Brandy, Simone. Was that it? Her, Brandy, and Simone. I feel like it was 4 of them too. Who else? Oh, Dr. Mimi. Dr. Mimi was real quiet this episode. That's why I guess that's why I'm forgetting her, because she's real quiet this episode. Yeah, dolphins are dangerous. They're cute and they are, and we think of Flipper, but dolphins are no joke. So I understand people having a fear of dolphins. It just never occurred to me, I guess. Call me crazy. They say dolphins are more dangerous than killers. Now, are they? Why would most people would have played with dolphins? Because whenever you do anything tropical, you can play with the dolphins. If you go on a cruise, they always have that. If you go to the Caribbean, they always have that. Hell, they have it in SeaWorld. You can play with the dolphins. They have it at SeaWorld. So I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe sometimes I just take stuff for granted because it's stuff that I've done. Every time you go to the Caribbean, it is an option. And I guess maybe I've been to the Caribbean a million damn times. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere that has, and then like I said, even at SeaWorld, and at most, if you go to the aquarium, I don't know if Baltimore, I think the Baltimore Aquarium has a thing where you can pay to be with the to do something with the dolphins. I don't know if you can actually get in the water with the dolphins at the Baltimore Aquarium, but you could buy a ticket for something at the Baltimore Aquarium where you could actually interact with the dolphins, feed them or something. There's something you could do. I don't remember what it was, but it's something you could do, child. Anyway, moving right along. Yeah, I'm not touching animals other than the dogs. Gotcha. I hear y'all. So while the ladies are out at lunch, Quad says she still has not talked to the ladies about what's going on with her and her egg retrieval, which I respect. And she said that she is going to tell them, but she's going to do it when they're all together because she's not going to repeat it. I can respect that. That's not something that you want to tell. That's like when somebody passes away and people ask the same question. What happened? How did that happen? What happened? And it's a lot. So I can respect that Quad is like, look, I'm going to tell them when I'm ready to tell them. And I'm only doing it one time. So they better all be here together. Respect it. You said you can't touch the dolphins at the Baltimore Aquarium. You can do something with them. They have a dolphin show. But isn't it something you could buy an extra ticket and do something else with them? I thought it was something else you could do. Anyway, I just didn't know it was a thing. That's all. Because maybe because I've just been to the Caribbean so many times. And I'm not saying that as a flex. I'm just saying I've done a lot of cruises. I've been to St. Martin. I've been to St. Bart's. Like I've done a lot of, I don't know. I just never, it's always something that's an option. I just never thought about it. Anyway. Oh, they got rid of that? Okay. But I thought they used to have something like that down at the Baltimore Aquarium. Okay. Notice ain't nobody asked. Yeah, at least on camera, nobody's asked Quad about it. So I don't know if they kind of are being respectful and waiting for her to bring it up, which is smart. So the ladies, what else they talk about while they were at lunch? Jackie and her menopause child, baby. You saw the way Jackie came about that daggone cover up. It was another conversation they had. Oh, Toya and Angel. Oh, I love St. Martin too. Oh, St. Martin is my favorite. St. Martin is one of those places I love to go as a standalone trip. Like just do like a trip to St. Martin. You know what? I might look into a beach house in St. Martin. I did look into a beach house in St. Martin when I was for my birthday because St. Martin was actually my first choice. No, I'm telling a fib. Turks and Caicos was my first choice because I had never been there, and I've always wanted to go to Turks and Caicos. But St. Martin was on my list. It was one of my backup. I might have to look into going to St. Martin. I'm thinking, okay, never mind. Stay focused, Really be. I'm going to St. Martin this summer for the first time. Oh, St. Martin is beautiful. Raven, you're going to have a good time. When we talk on the cruise, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it on the cruise because they used to have some good jewelry shopping in St. Martin. They got a nude beach. Now, I ain't trying to get in your business, Raven, but we'll talk on the cruise, girl. We'll talk on the cruise. Anyway, so Toya and Angel have their conversation. Now, here's what my irritation was. It always irritates me when I see people have the conversation, but they don't have the conversation the way I feel like they need to have the conversation. Angel came at Toya like, you undermined that man. You came at him and you kind of, you embarrassed him. You put him on the spot. That's not how you were supposed to approach that. That wasn't the approach. The approach was the red snapper is so good in St. Martin. Oh, yes, it is. And you could take a nice little, what they call them? It's not a taxi, but a little, I forget what they call them. But basically, you could take a day trip to St. Bart's or Anguilla. I've done both. And they're not real expensive, Raven. And Anguilla's beaches are gorgeous. Now, it's not a lot to do. It's a very small island, and everything on Anguilla is expensive. So don't go over there to eat. Go over there to go to the beach. But a day trip, when I went, and this was years ago, it was less than $100 to take the boat over, and they'll take you over. Now, if you were going to choose between one, I would do St. Bart's. Because that's where all of the fairy, Lord, that's the word, thank you. That's where all the celebrities and stuff go to St. Bart's and have houses and stuff. But I would do one or the other. It's just a day trip. You get you a ferry to take you over there in the morning. Go, go around, eat, go to the beach, do all the things, and then you can come on back. You are going to Anguilla. Okay. Oh, one of your line sisters lives there. Oh, well, then you're gonna get an inside scoop of Anguilla. Okay. Well, you have yourself a good time. Now I'm jealous. Just focus. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me focus right here. So my frustration was, you should have came at Toya like this. Girl, you violated girl code. I can respect that you wanted to make sure that whoever you were hooking me up with, I wasn't setting you up. I can respect that. If he's a friend of Eugene's, which means he's become a good friend of yours, and you wanted to make sure you wasn't setting him up to be hurt, I can respect that. But my problem is how you did it. You didn't have to call me out in front of him. Now you've embarrassed both of us. You could have pulled me to the side and you could have had that conversation with me if that's really how you felt. You know what I mean? But she was getting all sidetracked talking about, you undermined him and you embarrassed him and da-da-da. Girl, you losing the focus, Toya. You are losing, Angel, you are losing the line, because that's not what the issue is. That is not your issue, ma'am. Your issue isn't about that man. Your issue is Toya violating girl code in front of that man. Toya didn't know who that man was, why he was there, how long because the man said we've dated off and on and we're trying to figure some things out, which says, look, this is my what's the word? My boomerang man. This is the boomerang man. Every couple of months I throw him out and shit. Sometimes he comes back. This is the boomerang man. Every woman got a boomerang man. Every man got a boomerang woman. It just is what it is. And Toya, you know that's the boomerang man. And my problem with you, Toya, is how you chose to handle it. You had every right to question me, but not what you did. And then you start asking him about sex. Man, that didn't have nothing to do with Eugene. That didn't have nothing to do with Eugene and his best friend. Why are you asking that man about sex? See, so Toya, you full of shit. And Angel, you let her get away. Now, I don't know if that's the way it was edited, but you let her get away. Because I was like, what is she talking about? Why are you talking about this man? This man is not what's important here. Focus. Focus. That's not the issue, Toya, Angel. Moving right along. Then here come Dr. Heavenly showing up down to the restaurant, which of course, production took her straight from the airport. She still had her luggage and shit. Why she couldn't go to the house, production? Hey, production, why y'all had to take her to that damn restaurant? Why she couldn't go to the house so she just got off the plane. Granted, the flight wasn't but 20, 30 minutes long, but still, you could have let that lady go to the house. Why you drop her off at that damn restaurant like that with her luggage? Production said, you're going to get in this damn scene. Child. I don't boomerang no stud. Once you let them go, keep them gone. Ooh. Oh, I don't know nothing about no stud situation. To break glass in case of emergency, man. Right. I don't know when she gonna sleep, though. She probably gonna end up in Dr. Jackie's room, child. So she said that Quad called her and Quad told her bring her ass. She said Quad told her to bring her ass because Simone is trying to spin this narrative and you need to get down here to defend yourself. In my opinion, you started it. Heavenly, didn't you start it by telling production you felt unsafe? You didn't feel comfortable? Didn't you start that shit? So now you gotta come defend yourself? Girl, you started it. So in my opinion, Simone is the one defending herself. You're insinuating that she's dangerous to be around. Maybe that's what she was talking about with her medical license. Because you're making it seem like she's dangerous to be around. I feel like Simone was defending herself. So here come Dr. Heavenly. And I have a question. Did y'all catch How Contessa didn't want to take a shower? Maybe you was in that water with them dolphins. Why you didn't want to take you a good shower? Why you didn't want to take you a good stand up shower? She told me something. I took a shower at the place. What shower did you take at that place? To me, whatever showers they had at that place were probably equivalent to the showers at the gym. Baby, that ain't no good shower. That's just I got a little sweat on me and I'm gonna rinse this sweat off real quick. Or I did water aerobics and I need to get this chlorine up off of me. That ain't no good lathered up shower. Why you didn't want to take no shower? And then you was indignant about it. You didn't just say, oh, well, I'll let y'all take y'all shower first. I'll go a little bit later. You was like, I mean, we could just take a whole bath. Man, we don't take no whole bath when our whole body was in water. That's full of whatever that water was full of. People take good showers at the gym. Okay, maybe it's just my gym then. Or maybe it's just me. I honestly have never taken a shower at my gym. I never have. Even when I do water aerobics, I get in the sauna for a little while and I put my clothes on and I come home and take a shower. But I also don't go to the gym before work. I know some people go to the gym before work or that kind of thing. I go after work. So I have the luxury of just coming home and getting in the shower. So that maybe that's cool, Kim. I'm just saying in my mind, I be thinking, ain't no shower like the shower in my house. Maybe that's just my mindset. Ain't no shower like the one in my house. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't understand why she was so adamant about it. Like, cause like it's like she got adamant about it. Girl. But it ain't that serious, child, cause I ain't gotta sleep with you. I ain't gotta smell you. So it ain't that big of a deal. So when the ladies come in the house, Dr. Heavenly is there. Dr. Heavenly don't speak to Simone. So next week is gonna be the week. Y'all know how it's gonna go. They're gonna fight and they're gonna argue and they're gonna cry. And I don't know how it's gonna end, but you know. Anyway, that's the episode. Look, you guys, do not forget to vote. Do not forget to vote. If you haven't voted today yet, don't forget that tonight is the Whether You Like It or Not panel. It's on my Instagram. The link, I'll put the link on the community wall, and we're gonna have the link in the chat tonight for the Whether You Like It or Not panel. We usually get about 400 people in there. If all 400 people vote tonight for all of us and the panel, that would be great. It's going to be on my channel tonight, so make sure y'all show up here at 8:30-ish. Heavy on the ish, okay? All right. I will talk to y'all later. I have a feeling that production is cutting a lot out of what's going on and keeping it on the cutting room floor because a lot of these stories aren't making sense. The fighting is not making sense. Yeah, the intensity behind the fighting is definitely not making sense. I agree with you on that one, baby girl. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Oh, shoot.